Poetry is the story, or is it a story broken down for us to figure out?
I think poetry is like a way of expressing yourself and keeping the audience's attention without having to have a conversation. Because you can talk about a certain topic and it can be positive, but if it's just monotone, even though it is positive, sometimes you lose the person's attention. But with the creativity of poetry, you can teach a lesson, but at the same time, the audience is looking at like, wow, that was deep, and it was what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and they absorbed a lot of information in them 3 minutes. And if you're trying to get a point across, or just the creativity of words, and I think it steps up our vocabulary, because everybody's poetry has to be different, so we have to use different words as tools.
Sure, because we all go through something special in life, whether it be good or bad, it's still considered something special. Yeah. Now, have you performed anywhere locally or?
The Black Repertory downtown.
Okay.
Performed
doing what? Poetry, playing an instrument, singing, producing?
I kind of go with the flow.
You go with the flow?
Sometimes they have poetry. Well, this is a couple years ago. They're still doing open mic night now, I believe on Mondays. But it was one point, it was the guy playing jazz, playing they had a band playing the drums, trumpets, and they was playing a mellow beat, so I had something for that, so I did poetry. And then another time, they allowed me to go on stage with my friends, and then we did a rap song.
Okay, and this was on what, Monday night, or, because I know they used to have it.
Yep, I think they started it back up on Monday nights.
They did? Okay, well that's something you can continue doing, and hopefully the audience will go see Charm during Poetry Slam, what do you call it, Slam Night? Monday Slam Night, Poetry Night at the open mic at the Black Rep. For those who don't know where the Black Rep is, it's actually called the Exodus on Westminster Street.
That's correct.
When you write or when you produce, how do you get up? You get up with, what's on your mind when you get up? Do you wake up psyched, excited about producing, or
I wake up every day
motivating or inspiring?
Basically, I'm a chess player, so I try to think.
Oh, so you're good at chess?
Yes.
Are you good? Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
I've been winning all my games so far, but I don't want to toot my own horn and then somebody.
Well, it's okay. You can toot your own horn. You're in my show.
All right. So toot toot. Nah, but what is it? I try to think of every day I wake up. I think, what's the next move?
Okay.
And try to plan ahead of time, so if something fails or if it does good, what am I gonna do next? So that's how I work with the music and everything. We have a mixtape come out, and we're already working. Like right now, we have a mixtape that hasn't come out yet. It's coming out this month, and we're already working on the next one. And we're already working on an album for one of my artists, Eunice the Poet, and that's the one I was speaking about earlier. He does.
And Eunice is a poet?
Yes, he is.
He's local?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So
he's from a group, Spitting Images, and I met him in a library one time, and he came in. He showed me one of his CDs. He had it handwritten, and he was just trying to promote himself, saying, "Oh, this is what I do." He passed it out, so I was interested in working with somebody, because when he was talking, when I listened to the CD, very positive, but it wasn't like so positive where it was like it wasn't interesting. It was like he's really deep. He's the one that actually helped me step up my vocabulary game.
Oh, that's a good mentor. It's a good.
Very good. So
we
built together.
You always want to be around. Absolutely. Now, you read.
Yes, I do.
And I know you have 2 books, and those are your 2 favorite books.
2 favorite books.
The first one is the Bible.
Yes.
The other one is called The Ultimate Hustler.
Yes.
Why do you like The Ultimate Hustler?
The Ultimate Hustler because I believe it's Deshaun. I haven't read it for a while, but he was in The Ultimate Hustler on TV. It was produced by, I believe, Damon Dash, and they had these individuals. They had to hustle. They had to sell whatever the product was, and because they were trying to see their management skills and their promotional skills, if they was going to work for his company under pressure. So they would, for example, they'll have this mug and say, you have to convince somebody to purchase this mug to hold up a table. Whatever he wanted you to do, you had to sell it, and you had to make income from it. And they would give you about 2-3 hours. Whatever time they give you, you have to make enough money for the company and show how you did it and come up with a plan and everything in the same day. So that was interesting to me, because Deshaun came up with a good invention, and further down the show. He didn't make it, but he ended up just that hustle right there. He got himself on TV. He promoted himself.
So he taught himself.
Yes.
So is that why you liked the book? Because it was inspiring to you to know that you can.
Inspiring because he's a regular guy.
Okay.
He's a regular guy, and he showed what it is to hustle. Because sometimes you're working real hard and you're not seeing everything right away, and you tend to give up sometimes on that idea. And I remember a quote from I don't know if you know Wyclef Jean.
Okay.
Okay. From Wyclef, he made cause we're on the same account for the Twitter. He made a comment about if you plant seeds for a mango tree, you can't pick the mango right away. You have to wait until it develops before you pick it.
Okay.
So he was saying the same thing with your career. When you're planting the seeds for your career and you're doing something, don't be in a rush to blow up and start reaping the benefits of it. It takes time, and wait till the perfect time to pick it.
I think those are very good words. Now, your inspiration is Michael Jackson?
Yes.
And Will Smith?
Yes.
And for Michael Jackson, my understanding is that you did a performance for him back in, when you were 11 in elementary school? Tell us about the performance.
All right. Performance went down with me and my friend Derek Lemon, and we was battling for who's gonna play the part of Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And because I wasn't the popular guy, the teacher chose the student, even though the class voted for me. He's still my friend. He's a good man.
Okay.
And ended up, we both kind of was like splitting the Michael Jackson scene on stage. And my principal, Miss Costa, she mailed the tape to Michael Jackson personally to show him the show, because we was actually real good. Not to say like just because it was my class, we actually did a real good job. We had somebody who did an Elvis Presley impersonation for a talent show. He looked like the mini version of him.
Oh, really?
And we looked like the mini version of Michael Jackson. So we did a good job. And Michael Jackson actually did his autograph. He signed it and said that he was really impressed by it, and he mailed his autograph back to the school. But as you know, we didn't receive the autograph.
That is very fortunate, because you shared memories that not many of us have shared, but just seeing him, watching him on TV or listening to his music.
True.
But for you to personally see him, actually see him and dance for him, wow. That's right. And you have his autograph.
We saw the autograph, and then the principal kept it.
Oh.
But me and the principal are still cool, so I can go by time to time, look at it.
Oh, and look at it. Oh. But was it for her?
Because he didn't sign a whole bunch of autographs. He just did one and said, "This is a real nice performance." It was for all,
probably.
So he mailed it to the whole school.
So you have a quote. And your quote is, "You are the choices you make."
Yes.
Why do you like that quote? Can you tell us about it?
All right.
Is that something you wrote, by the way? Is that your quote, or is it someone else's quote?
I believe I heard that from somebody.
Okay, but it's stuck in your mind?
It's stuck in my mind. I don't want to take credit for that, 'cause I believe I did hear that from somebody. But yeah, I always tell my cousin that, and I tell everybody, sometimes they end up in trouble, or they're not making it, especially like financially, when they're trying to start a business or do this music thing. I'm like, what are the choices that you're making? They have money, they can buy equipment, or they can spend their time learning how to compose a song or work in the studio, versus just hanging out on the street corner and seeing who's walking by and then going to sleep. Because by the end of the day, what you did in the studio and what you did on the corner is going to affect your life the next day.
Sure.
So I mean, if you come into the studio and you're learning something, the next day you're sleeping, you're thinking about it,